Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the final flip through of this medium-sized art journal. It has gotten a little bit too chunky. I don't think it can fit any more collages. I have a different plan for the rest of the pages, which I'll tell you about eventually, but for now, this is a Pentalic sketchbook. I'll have it linked in the description. And I think it's time for us to just flip through. If you have seen this art journal before, you can go to this timestamp to just see the newest pages that YouTube hasn't seen. But besides that, I think we should just go through it. Like I said, I do think this is the end of this art journal. The chunkiness of it, like the binding, I can tell it's just not strong enough. So I think I'm going to do something different with the rest of the pages that won't add as much bulk to the sketchbook. But I do definitely see myself getting this size of sketchbook again. The medium size that it is, I'll have the dimensions in the description. It is so cool, and versus my teeny tiny art journals, I have 4 of them, which I'll be flipping through soon, and my like large regular size sketchbook, which I'll also be flipping through soon on YouTube. This is like this perfect in-between size. And I had so many clippings in my collection that were like too big for the small ones and too small to really make it work in the big one. This size of sketchbook as a collage book has really been like a game changer for me. Can't recommend it enough, and I definitely will be returning to it in the future. Like, I'm already steps away from buying another one. I do want to spend a little time in my extra large sketchbook for a while because I just started a new one this year and I'd like to finish it out before the end of the year. So I think that's where I'll be putting most of my focus from now on. Some of these pages, like this one on the left, I have made them on in small videos, whether it was on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or both. So I'll link a few of those in the description so you can see a little bit of how the process came together. I had a lot of fun in this sketchbook, really like trying different things that I hadn't tried before, whether it was very, very, very simple stuff, like this page on the left, which is literally just a picture with some words on it. And then there's also like super maximalist stuff that I've done as well. But there's these like pictures like the one, oh, here's the maximalism coming in, this like crazy rectangle style that I've done a few times now. I love doing that. And also, you might remember this sketchbook had some like final drafts of my doodles in them. I have a video where I show how I do some of my favorite doodles, and I'll link that below as well. But yeah, there's a lot of times when I'm flipping through magazines, when I'm harvesting, that I'll find a page or a picture that I really like, but there's nothing to cut out. It's just like a really pretty picture. And I've kind of allowed myself to start putting those in my art journals, even though if I'm not really doing anything to it, it might be questionable if it's really collage, but some of them are just too good to pass up. You'll see some more of those coming up in a minute. I've been having so much fun in this art journal, though. Just like I can see my art style growing just through flipping through this book. These next few, these 2 pages and the following 2, were a challenge I gave myself to make collages using just one People magazine. People magazine is a tricky one, too. So that was a really fun challenge. And I made a video of that. I'll link that as well. Of course, I love flowers. Flowers are always huge for me in my art, in my tattoos, everywhere. I just love flowers. I save them anytime I find them in a magazine, even if it's just the smallest sliver of flowers. I'm going to save it because I can fit it somewhere. I've been playing with a little bit of surrealism and collage as well. Those are always my favorite collages to look at. So I've been trying to get a little, like play a little bit with that and kind of push myself to try new things now that my collection of clippings is growing so large. This page on the left is maybe my favorite collage I've ever made. I have a video of that, which I'll put below. These two pages, for example, are just single pictures that I added words to. That's it. But those two pictures are so beautiful and they were the perfect size. So I had to save them, and I'm kind of like allowing myself to have more fun with that. That was a really fun doodle to do, but it took forever. I can also kind of see, like, as I flip through, I can see which magazines I had collected most recently. Like, I believe everything on these two pages is from National Geographic. That's always funny when I'm flipping through art journals, when I can see kind of where I was in my clipping collection at the time. But sometimes I'll find stuff that I've had for years and I just like finally have the perfect place to put it. Of course, on the right, eyeballs are a huge thing that I collect from my collage clippings. I have way too many. And there on the left, that picture of the butterfly, I didn't add anything to that besides the block of text. But like, how gorgeous is that picture? I've been having a lot of fun with trying to like create some magnetic poetry almost, just from words and sentences that I find. I do not like that page on the right. I think it's good to be honest when you don't like how something turns out. But those two pages I love, so kind of let myself make mistakes, and I try to keep myself from going back and changing anything. So from this point onward, these pages YouTube has not seen yet. So this is all new stuff. I love how those colors match on those two pages, that tan. And this page on the left, those are two pieces, the water and the mountains, but they blend so well. It turned out so cool. I really like that. And I believe after this page, these are all like brand spanking new pages that I've only just done in the past like couple weeks, which has been a lot of fun. I went on like a collage spree over one weekend, and I hadn't made any like art for fun in a really long time. So I think I had like a lot of bottled up artistic energy. So I just like went crazy and made a bunch of stuff in this journal, and in my small art journals. I finished one, which I'll show you soon. On the right, those two pictures of those dogs, it's actually the same picture from the same advertisement, but it was like in two different size magazines. So the image was two different sizes. I love that. I love when I find the same advertisement more than once. It happens a lot in like Vogue and Elle and magazines like that. And I always try to save it when I have the same thing more than once, because you can do really fun like mirror image stuff with that. I love those colors blending too on those two pages. That page on the left was really tricky to lay down, but it turned out so cool. I'm so happy with that. Another doodle page. And I put the tape on the corners of that picture of Dolly Parton on the left, and I definitely want to do that more, that like scrapbook effect. It's really, really fun. On the right, I made a video of that page. I just had that picture of Taylor Swift, and I was like, well, I should do something with it. And if you watched my Elle Harvest video that I put up recently, you might start recognizing some of this stuff. Remember, we found a lot of Zendaya. She's all over those fashion magazines, taking over the world. And I save all of them because gorgeous. But some of this stuff might start looking familiar if you watched that video. I did find some really good stuff. A lot of this had been in my collection for a while, but that came together really good with the two cats. I love it. And I can see myself kind of getting restless towards these last pages. I was like, okay, I just want to... I just want to move on now. This is the end. These are the last two. Very simple, just pictures with some nice words on them. And this final doodle, there's a lot of pages left in this, and I do have an idea. So stay tuned. You might see this art journal again, but for now, I'm moving on to other things, and I can't wait for you to see it. I really hope you liked flipping through this art journal. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed it. I have a playlist of art journal flip throughs. Check that out too. And I'll see you soon. Bye.